What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, I need y'all to let me know what you're eating on this morning, what you're sipping on while you're waking up with the Red Clay Sports Show with myself, Miss Maggie T, and the sleeping giant right there, right next to me. Again, are you with the foolery this morning? Are we with the shenanigans this morning? I thought we got that out of our system, Mike. What happened?
No, Miss Maggie, we did not get that out of our system. We still with the
Oh my God,
shit.
what did you do? What did you do?
We
See,
still
I don't
with
like
we're still with the fuck
you.
shit, so I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything.
All right. And the bottom of me, who do we have the pleasure of having on this panel today? What's going on?
Hi, my name is Twisted Torch TV. I am here with AFN Network. I am willing to be a great sports analyst today. No anger, no past issues. I'm just happy to talk football today, guys. How are you doing?
You know what? That's still D list. I'm sorry. I don't know. We're gonna have to run that intro one more time. If that's the D list.
That was a D list promo. That was a D list promo.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
More enthusiasm. Sound like you want to be here. All right, just please.
You sound like you pick up your butt. We don't need. No. We need to.
I've been watching other D analysts, and it's kind of been rubbing off on me. So let me get back to my.
I get it.
Yeah.
Don't let that rub off on you. We just.
Oh wow! We just
you know. Hey, Mr. Motivator. But anyway, look, we back with it this morning. Mr. Motivator, I appreciate you. Good morning. Cindy Edits. Y'all know you're a Cincy fan. Whatever. Eric.
We just
what's
playing.
Up? Bro. How you doing? I'm not
playing. I'm just playing. I can't be like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the fans for giving y'all such a low effort this Saturday morning. What it do, AFN fans?
That's right. ATL. We're gonna be nice this morning. We ain't gonna say HOE. We're gonna be politically correct today. So, all right, but let's get into the meat and potatoes of this show today. I'm glad y'all here. While you here, all 18 of y'all that finally got up with somebody, 19 now, share this content out so y'all let everybody know they need to wake up with the AFN crew in the mornings because we here. We partied last night, then we back at it again. You know what I'm saying? Sipping. Don't ask what's in my cup. You just know that it's 12 o'clock somewhere. So, all right, let's go ahead into our first topic of the hour, and this is gonna be a short little thing. We ain't gonna be on for 2 hours, just letting y'all know. But let's get into what Falcons players are building blocks for the future. So, of course, I don't know what order you want to go in. I guess the sleepy giant up there, and then we'll jump into Twisted. What you got, sleeping man? Otis.
My bad.
Otis.
Man, look, I ain't got time for you this morning. What player are the building blocks for the future?
I got Kstlyz helmet.
A damn thief on top of it. Good gracious.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything. Mine.
Hey man.
Podcast channels. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
We with the attitude today, huh?
Absolutely.
Building blocks for the future. I'm gonna say this. This is probably gonna piss off a lot of people to even say this, but Matt Ryan is the building block for the future. I mean, you know that I'm gonna come with the evidence to back up my claim, and that's pretty much it. Matt Ryan, all right. That's how he looking at y'all because he tired of y'all shit. Matt Ryan is the building block for the future. You gotta go through the man to be that man. All right, to be the man, you got to be the man. Woo! All right. That's seriously it. Like that's no like if you are starting from any point, especially when you had a Hall of Fame quarterback like a Matt Ryan, you got to go through him. The team has to, at this point, I feel as though it's really this simple, and I'm gonna simplify it. For years, we've had issues getting players around him, particularly for the defense. And in order for you to be able to build the defense, you got to have a guy that at quarterback that is a very consistent player. You can't build a defense without a consistent quarterback. You're going to miss on a lot of picks, defensive picks. So in order for you to get those opportunities to build for the future, you got to have that one guy on the offensive side of the ball that's going to keep things consistent. You have to just look, I'm going to start right here. I'm trying to build this defense. I need a quarterback that's just going to get the job done. He doesn't have to put up 4,000, 5,000 yards, even though Matt Ryan can do that. But I'm going to be able to use my first round, second round, third round picks all on defense until I'm able to build that defense and use, those future picks to get a quarterback. You got to have a quarterback that's going to be consistent in order for you to build a defense and build for the future. You can't have a future if you don't have a present. All right. And when we talk about present anyway, it's not just draft picks. It's money. You got to have finances. All right. How the hell can you build for the future and you ain't got a damn dime to even buy anything? You don't have money to do anything. So it was a tweet out today. And I suggest you guys, he's definitely been on those guys, both Matt Carey and my boy Jake. All right, can't guard Jake. He was on also. Those guys at Sports Talk ATL. He put out a tweet today. It was pretty much saying like Matt Ryan is going to be extended. So you guys are Matt Ryan fans, or you just want the truth as far as the cap numbers are concerned, go find Matt Carey, Can't Guard Jake. Both those guys at Sports Talk ATL. They actually have a podcast, Sports Talk ATL. Y'all go over there and tell them Mike sent you, AFN sent you, and that's really it, man. You got to have the consistent quarterback, and you have to have the opportunity to do what the Patriots do, and that's just building around them. Put everything together. Like you got to have a number of picks. You know what I'm saying? You can't just collect a bunch of picks so you can go out and make a trade up. But you can't do all those things when you constantly looking for a quarterback, or constantly looking for another Julio, or constantly looking for another left tackle. You got to have consistency. So like that right there is the building block for the future.
I like that, Mike. I'm glad you brought that part up about the extension for Matt Ryan. We all need to know that as far as fans and sports analysts, because at the end of the day, no team can go without a QB. We've seen a lot of teams fail. You can have a top 5 defense and have jokers scoring under 10 points, and they still can't win games. So Matt Ryan is key for us. One thing I like about this organization with Terry, and I guess I'll say last year too, because they did pick up pieces to help Matt Ryan. Chris Lindstrom is a building block for Matt Ryan. The reason why we say that is because we complained about how Matt Ryan kept getting put on his butt a lot throughout seasons, and in the fourth quarter when he had to make tough plays when the defense know he's passing. You need that offensive guard to stop the defenders from touching him. So Chris Lindstrom is a key for Matt Ryan. Another key for Matt Ryan has to be Kyle Pitts. That's why they drafted him. Where is Matt Ryan's strengths? Throwing in between the numbers. We know that. If you have a precision passer that knows how to throw in between the numbers, you upgrade him by getting a tight end. They have 3 tight ends on the roster that can go down the middle, with Graham as the lowest one, then Hayden Hurst, then Kyle Pitts. They're adding to Matt Ryan. So that tells me what the organization sees as far as the future. Matt Ryan is that building block. Kstlyz system is that building block, and Kyle Pitts. We don't even have to discuss Calvin Ridley because I feel like Matt Ryan is gonna be good with those two tight ends. He's gonna make plays with those two tight ends to where it frees up Calvin Ridley, and he doesn't have to put that much pressure on himself. At the end of the day, we all are gonna blame Matt Ryan. Well, not we are, but other fans are gonna blame Matt Ryan if shit doesn't go right. So he's the key, and then the people that they put around them, like Mad Mike says. Miss Maggie, I'm going to ask you a question, though. Are we doing defense, too? Like a play on defense as well?
Yeah, it's pretty much, this is a broad subject. It can be all over. But before you get into defense, let's give a birthday shout-out to King Quest 710. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That's my Stevie Wonder impersonation. Happy birthday. Okay.
Happy birthday, bro. Enjoy your day.
That's right, Eric. Happy birthday. You know what? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It's not that we don't want to notify you. It's just YouTube is not notifying you. So do me a favor. Every last person on this chat, hit that notification bell on AFN, Mad Mike Sports, Twisted Torch TV, Miss Maggie T. You know, y'all need to know when we're going live because we can't depend on YouTube to let y'all know. We try to upload a little short right before, but of course, you got to be notified of that too. So for now, if you're in the chat, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to all of them. But the important thing is hitting that notification bell so you are well alert when we go live because we got to stay on top of this. I want y'all not to miss us every week, but it just seems like YouTube is on some hating stuff. So maybe they didn't like that we was, trolling last night and YouTube decided, nope, we're taking your notifications away.
They can't do us like that. That ain't right.
So get with it, YouTube. We need these folks to know we here in the mornings, okay? Every Saturday. Write it down, mark it down. We'll do a schedule for the season so y'all know our lineup so you won't be missing it, okay? That's what we're going to give y'all. But go ahead, get into defense. But you know what? Let me give my breakout player. Yeah, we got to hear you, man. I honestly think that the spotlight is on Hayden Hurst right now. So I feel like it's going to be a breakout year for him. He's kind of got this whole mental health awareness thing going on. He just got a lot of things going on in the community. I feel like he still is a big impact in this organization. He can be a big influence on the players' mental. Because you got to look at Tat McKinley. We needed somebody to get on his mental. So if we can promote positivity, competitiveness, and work on our mental and togetherness, I think that Hayden Hurst will probably be a breakout. Kyle Pitts, I'm honestly just real excited about what he's going to do. Plus all these players that just kind of came in with a lot of energy. Yeah, it's all cool now, but wait to see what's going to happen on the field because you can talk all big gums and then, be a flop. So, hey, definitely. So that's who I'm excited to see. I think everybody's just anticipating this is going to be an explosive year for him. Just Lord and willing, he's healthy. So that's all I got to say on the offense part and the everything else. But go ahead with the defense.
I was gonna say something though. I don't know if y'all saw on IG. Have y'all been seeing Frank Darby?
I have not.
Hey, he's gonna be an animal. He looks like he's preparing to
be I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't give a fuck about none of that off the field shit. You get on your ass on the field. And we've seen this shit time and time again. We've seen people
that's why I said it's gonna be one of wait and see league.
We just said Tack. We just called Tack name about him, how he all amped up before the games and how he making those damn faces. And I'm calling out this person. It's 3 sacks easy today, and then get your ass ran through like a goddamn like Suki Hunter, Amber Rose slut defense. That's not gonna happen. He ain't look. I'm cool. I'm glad he taking pictures with Shaq and all the motherfuckers, but get your ass on the field.
No, I'm talking about the field workouts.
No, he's talking about the field workouts.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about no workouts. That ain't football.
One thing I can say that plays in Frank Darby's favor compared to Tack trash ass, he has a veteran QB that's going to be able to help him. And he has a better offensive coordinator compared to our defensive coordinator that Tech had. And he got drafted late in rounds. So his hunger is going to be different than Tech. Tech was a first-round pick. He got paid the first day he got set foot into the league. You know them up-and-comers that get the 4th, 5th round, 6th round picks, they have more energy. They have more hunger because they're looking for a payday. He's not even expecting to be in the league in some way. So he's going to play his best at the end of the day. That's why I have faith in him as far as that. We know what Tech did. Like, you got a whole point to where you shouldn't trust players based on Tech. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But I feel like Frank Darby has a special nick coming for this offense. That's all I said.
Is he special? Is he very exciting? Hell yeah. Can he make you smile? All that? Yes, the hell he can.
He can shimmy on the field. He can do the bird dance. He can flop it out a little bit. But
first down. Do that shit after first down. Do that shit after touchdown. Then you can gain my confidence. But look, I done seen so many players in this league. We talk about guys like Josh Smith who had that bravado. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Smith had that swagger, but the motherfucker could jump to save his damn life. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is not to down anybody. It's exactly what Arthur Smith said. Frank Darby came in there running his mouth, and he was like, "Look, we got some guys on this team. They some animals. So until you prove yourself to them first." Don't come in here running your mouth.
Yourself.
We've seen plenty. We've seen plenty of players come in the league running their mouth, and they just don't live up to the hype. But I do like what Frank Darby. Like I said, we need that guy. Roddy White was that guy for us who came in, who was that rah-rah guy who got everybody amped. He got Julio amped. I mean, Roddy is that guy for us. So. Do we need that guy? We need that spoon. He could possibly be that Sean Weatherspoon, that guy that just like get everybody. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody amped. So when you look at it,
ignite the fan team.
Yeah, that's what we do. We need some electrifying people that's going to get Atlanta excited, like Trey Young gets the Hawks excited. That's who we need. I'm gonna get to this King Shaq comment. Frank Darby was tough in college. He was just injured a lot, and he got a lot of positive vibes. His talent wasn't 5th rounder.
He's not a 5th round talent. He's definitely not a 5th round talent.
Let's see. Hayden Hughes.
Are y'all wondering if Roddy White is going to help him a little bit, or help him and Zacchaeus and Russell Gage more this year, as far as coming in the fold? They don't really talk about Roddy coming to practices and stuff like that. I'm just wondering, is he going to be able to do some of that this summer, as far as training camp?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think that would be ideal. What is Roddy White doing right now? I haven't really followed him in a while.
Yeah, I still think he's doing some high school stuff. I think he's still doing things with high school for the most part.
Okay.
But yeah, I
try to reach out to him, but all these people so Hollywood. So we're gonna get somebody on the show one day.
Mm-hmm. You probably gotta see him in person. He person type interviewer. He don't like he does.
Yeah, he probably is. Well, we're gonna work on that eventually. AFN gonna be. Oh, and speaking, since you said that, someone asked, "Are we gonna be going to the open practice?" Yes, we are. AFN will be in the building. Me, Twisted Torch, Matt, Mike, KSTYLZ, J Rock, and my twin sister, along with that's it. Whoever else we missing. And my kids, but. We're going to the open practice. That is August 7th. That's a Saturday. $5 tickets. I will put it in the description. Yeah, I'll get the tickets. From last time I saw, there's still tickets available. So scoop up them $5 tickets, y'all. They're probably gonna have the vendors open, so y'all get them $2 hot dogs and enjoy yourselves. Cause I'm gonna be lit before I come up in there. I'm just letting y'all know. So don't be all up in my face, cause I don't know you. I'm just playing. No, I'm just joking. But thank y'all. But let's get into y'all done with defense. Y'all want to move on to the next?
Oh, we didn't do defense.
We didn't do defense. We've been all over. We just been talking about any player.
yeah, man. The Falcons gotta do better at that as far as getting older players in on training camp. But I will be going to training camp August 1st. They have an open practice. So I will be checking that out. I'll try to get some film work for AFN and Twisted Torch. So if y'all are able to come to the open practices as well, we're gonna see what's up with that. But my defensive player, I'm gonna go ahead and say we all know who it is. It has to be 45, Mr. AK Stopper, C Max Stopper. Dion is a pivotal part. When you have D tackles that's able to scrape and get Dion open to fly around, Dion makes a lot of plays. We know that. Dion Jones is pivotal as far as calling out calls, as far as getting his linebackers set up. And you see how Foyer has expanded his game being next to Dion. Dion is a pivotal piece for this defense, and if we're going to be able to rush the QB like we expect to and play coverages, Dion has to be in the fold. In 2018, when he had that foot injury, you saw how impactful that mattered for our defense. Dion Jones can damn near cover 20 yards back in the field in that Tampa 2 if they ever call it. He's able to rush the quarterback. He's able to guard tight ends, running backs. He's even able to guard slot receivers on certain occasions. So Dion Jones is pivotal as far as for us. What you got for me, Mike?
I'm going to limb and say this person. Y'all probably gonna think I'm absolutely insane, but that's probably gone. Y'all already know I'm insane. I'm gonna say Dante Fowler. I think he's a huge part to this defense. I think if we can get at the very least 6 sacks, this team is going to be an immediate threat defensively. We always talk about balance along the defensive line. Grady Jarrett is going to be that guy as long as he's healthy. Grady Jarrett is the second best defensive tackle in the league, without question. I don't think anybody in their motherfucking mind can say that Grady Jarrett is not the real freaking deal. He is the real deal. He's the son of the hammer, all right? The dude, his uncle is Ray Lewis, so he knows about intensity. He knows about bringing it every damn game, period, point blank. It's in his DNA, so that's going to happen. But when we talk about defensively and what it needs to happen, Dante Fowler. We need that balance up front. We get that Dante Fowler that's healthy. It's like even if he if he has a issue, with an ankle here and there, as long as we can get 6 to 8 sacks out of this Falcon defense, is going to be absolutely amazing. Because when you look at Kaminsky, I believe Kaminsky can give you 3. Taquan Graham, those guys, they can give you 2 to 3 sacks. We're talking about, guys, Marlon Davidson. Those guys can give you at least 3 to 5 sacks. Those 3. The defense is already better than it was last year. These guys had 29 combined sacks last year, and I think like 19 of it came away from the defensive line. That's the defensive line itself.
Yeah,
that's not good at all. So we get a nice balance of defensive sacks, especially with Grady Jarrett, but most importantly, Dante Fowler. This is a win. This is already a better team.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about Dante Fowler situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dante Fowler is a key piece because he can already stop the run. We've seen him set the edge and bring that intensity as far as stopping the run. We just need him to come correct as far as getting to the passer. And we've seen him on occasions get to the passer and just miss. Like he gets close to the QB and just misses. He has to complete those sacks.
Mm-hmm.
It actually happened with our defensive line a lot, where they made pressures, but they didn't finish the play. So if they finish plays, man, that secondary is going to be able to really hunt and be able to get the ball to the ball a lot. You said the whole defensive line. I think, the whole defensive line has to step up.
I'm glad you said that. One thing about Dean Pease and his secondary, he doesn't take a lot of unnecessary chances. Even when he blitzes, he still has it's a controlled blitz, so it's very aggressive. Mm-hmm. But these guys, his safeties, aren't making a lot of dumb mistakes. They're not like out of position or anything like that. Mm-hmm. He's like I said, what he likes to do is zone blitzing. And if you know anything about zone blitzing, it's pretty much just controlled chaos. That same thing that Maggie's always preach, control chaos or just create chaos. It's chaos, but you're thinking that just because he's sent two, that somebody's going to be open. He always has a plan to fill that void wherever that blitz is coming from. So that's what you're going to get from Dean Pease. It's just changing the eye level of a quarterback. You're thinking the quarterback thinking the right side is going to be all it's going to be when you send this blitz, you know, from the right side. Guess what? He already has a guy like Deion Jones dropping into that zone. You thinking that he got a defensive lineman dropping into that zone when you thinking it's wide open. So it's controlled chaos, just changing near the quarterback's vision, because that's something that the Falcons opponents in the past seasons or so, like they got used to seeing that cover three. Nothing changed with the cover three. It was just the same thing. So he wasn't changing the quarterback's vision, and that's why people was like, "Why weren't you blitzing a lot?" It was working because they were changing the quarterback's vision. Got to change the quarterback's vision.
And one thing I'll say to add to that, as far as in the last year's scheme when we were doing those zone blitzes, we were dropping DNs back there. This year, when we're doing those blitzes, we're dropping Malik Walker back there. We're dropping Copeland back there. We're going to switch and put Fourier to the outside and drop him back there if we do zone blitzing. Like, so it's going to be speed to where you're not just going to be able to run a real route or run just an outside route and get open. No, they're going to still be there. You might see some picks off of those type of plays. That's usually how you get your interceptions.
I want to ask y'all about AJ Terrell and Fontenot. You know, what do you think about this year for them two? Because Fontenot was hurt, wasn't he, most of the season or something like that? What I can remember, it was like he. Okay.
They just didn't play him. I don't know if he trash or he just. Like I said, I don't know why they. Maybe he is trash. That's probably why he didn't get any play. He wasn't getting no playing time.
Yeah. As far as in that the D tackle role, like I don't see him playing as much because we're expecting Marlon Davidson to step up. You know what I mean? So it just all depends on. Then we have Kaminsky. We don't know where they're gonna actually line him up too much.
Yeah.
And that's what we hope to see when we go to training camp, like how they expect to use Kaminsky. Because Kaminsky has that, like, he's not a J.J. Watt body, but he can be close to a T.J. Watt type of body. He can make those type of plays if you give him playing time. Versus the Cowboys, if you watch that game, Kaminsky was making some plays. Versus the Raiders, if you watch that game, not the Raiders, but Las Vegas Raiders, Marlon Davidson was stepping up. When he got in the game, he was stepping up. You couldn't really run the ball on them two. So I don't know how Fontenot fits in that fold, man. He's going to really have to come out in training camp when he's going up against those offensive guards and really step up and make plays. Because I don't know if Arthur Smith is going to do it to where they're tackling the backs and stuff like that. So we don't know how nasty Fontenot is going to be. We won't know until preseason when he actually gets to take people down and show that he's able. Because when he was in college, he made a lot of plays. But we haven't seen the NFL. And then not having preseason last year, he just didn't fit the fold.
Hold on, let me stop this right quick. ATL Sports Elite, are you using the correct email? Because I've been receiving emails from quite a few people. So let me put it back in the chat. But if that doesn't work, just message me on Instagram and Twitter or Facebook. You can find me. But it's Maggie T, MAGGIE, the letter T at AtlantafalconsNation.com. But I'll put it back in the chat. Appreciate you for put it in for that writing position. As well as I know y'all see in the right-hand corner next to me, well, next to Twisted now, our new logo. If y'all haven't noticed that, we are rebranding. So that's our new logo. Got a lot of things coming up soon. Y'all be knowing about that. But let's go back. Now, can we switch it up to special teams? Because, we don't talk about offense, defense.
AJ Terrell.
AJ Terrell. Oh, go ahead. My man. Then we get into special teams. Look, I'll be doing everything else, y'all. So don't mad me.
AJ Terrell. Again, I think everybody on the special teams. Excuse me, but my shoulders all fucked up. All these basketball, football injuries just got my shoulders all messed up. But
No, they're just because you old. That's all. I mean, don't blame that on.
Man, forgive her. All right, forgive her. All right. Look, I think everybody in secondary is going to be make a lot of plays. I don't think this is just going to be an AJ Terrell issue. I will have a film breakdown coming on that real soon. But I do have a couple of them, so you guys can check out the AJ Terrell tracker. It's not on AFN yet. I will have that soon, so you guys can check that out on AFN also. But AJ Terrell, I believe when you look at Dean Pease, we talk about Dean Pease and his defense. It gives players the freedom to make plays. And that's what we're talking about. But you have to be in the right place to be able to make those plays. And that's often been the issue with the Atlanta Falcons under Dan Quinn. There were opportunities for these guys, but being that offenses knew exactly where they were going to be, those plays were less frequent. So a lot of times, like, they weren't ready for it. This time under Dean Pease, you're not going to know where these guys are going to be coming from. From game to game, he's going to be in a 4-3. He's going to be in a 3-4. He's going to be a bear defense. Like, this dude's going to be in a big net. Like, he's going to do all types of things. He's going to be in 2-4-2. Like, he's going to be 2-4-5. He's going to do a lot of stuff. So when you look at Dean Pease, yes, AJ Terrell, being that he is the most talented corner on the roster, he's going to have more opportunities to look even better than what he does now. Being that Dean Pease is a guy that you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. That's what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get.
That's what it.
Jenny. But you got it twisted. Then we're going to get into the next topic because we've been rolling on these positions for a minute.
AJ Terrell, we know he's a pivotal part. I expect him to be good. I want to see what happens with the rest of the corners, though. I want to see how they gel with AJ Terrell, how they gel in Dean Pease scheme. We have players that I feel like they're just plug and play for these next couple of years, but I think they're going to make plays off of that. It's going to be a scheme to where you're going to rotate. It's not going to be the same people out there first, second, and third down. They're gonna have set corners for second, set corners for third, set safeties for second and third. And with that 3 safety set, we don't know how long he's gonna put that out there. So I expect that to be pivotal for the cornerback position. AJ Terrell's gonna do his thing, man. He has the right size. He just has to make sure his eyes see what his footwork is seeing.
You know what? I'm gonna add to what y'all saying. You know, we also was dealing with COVID last year. You know, everything had changed the game up. So now we actually going to get back to full padded practices. We're going to have a little fan participation in the audience a little bit. It might hype them up a little bit more because can you imagine, like, y'all been playing football and y'all played in the game. Can you imagine a stadium full of nobody and you're relying on hearing just the outside coaches and everybody else talking? Y'all feed off of that energy. You feed off the cheering. You feed off the concession stands and everything just moving. You know, the crowd noise a factor when it comes to, you know, them booing and, you know, field advantage. You don't get that when you don't have nobody in the stadium or a crowd noise, you know, popping, you know, noise. That ain't the same with those little posters and stuff like that. That ain't the same. So I feel like we're going to have a full practice and I think we're going to see a little bit of difference because honestly, the Falcons were just a couple of pieces away from being all right. Like their record really wasn't speaking for them. You know, we could break it down to, you know, how many points and all that, but I feel we're okay. Of course, I ain't saying we're great, but I think they got something to work with here. So it's just a matter of what we see on the field, you know, when it comes down to it after a while. But I think the team gets along with Arthur Smith. I can tell. I think the team gets along with Terry. So that's going to be a big leg up, you know, at least for something. So with that being said, let's get into what we're talking about next. We already kind of talked about secondary defense. Let's talk about Terry. Speaking of
the GOAT.
The GOAT. We said it last night, but we might as well elaborate on it again this morning in case somebody don't miss it.
Why does this Twisted T guy love the name Terry?
You know I love the name Terry.
But apparently, he basically, dang, where's the article at? I just had the article and it closed out, y'all. I was gonna have the whole quote, whatever. But basically, he just unquote, don't quote me on it, but he basically said that it's not a rebuild. He don't use that terminology. It's pretty much like a retool. We just, putting players where they need to be in their natural positions, what they knew and, learned and studied, putting everybody where they need to be, making sure there's some competitiveness. So no, it's not a rebuild. A rebuild would have been getting rid of our quarterback, not Julio Jones. So just saying. So that's what I got to say on that matter. What y'all got to say on it?
I mean, Maggie, you said it all. I don't think we really need to. I think we can just go to the next topic. In all honesty, like Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, it shows what Terry believes. I would have traded both of them if I was rebuilding.
Yeah,
that just being honest, I would have got what I can get. He didn't. He said Matt Ryan is still here. Build around Matt Ryan, get 2 or 3 pieces, and you will be back to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal. And Matt Mike, you said, why do I like Terry so much? Because we have the same name. We think just like I can see what he's thinking. So I understand. That's why I'm able to give some gems here and there. I'm able to see what he's thinking.
Terry to go. Terry to go.
Terry to go. Terry the Twisted and the GOAT. All right, man, Mike, what you got to add to that? Mr. Terry, he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
Let's be real. Only people that want to rebuild are fucking losers, okay? Like, let's just be honest. If your ass want to rebuild, you are a fucking loser. And you heard every word that I said. I'm absolutely right. If you want to tear a team down just so you can draft a fucking quarterback or draft a new running back, you are a loser. You are a loser. Only losers tear down the entire organization because you want to see somebody new. That's not what champions do. If you want to win, you look at your roster, see if this guy good, if this guy sucks, and you make the necessary adjustments. Only losers, okay, have rebuilt. Only losers have rebuilt. This team is not a loser.
I don't know. Y'all remember Jim Carrey doing that? I think that was Liar Day or whatever they called. Liar.
That's a classic, by the way. Classic.
That's it, man. Like I said before, that's what it all comes down to, man. You're a loser. This organization is not a losing organization, so they're gonna do look. It's about making money too. That's what people don't realize.
Day. I'm really excited for training camp and the preseason to start. Hopefully, y'all can do some live commentary for the preseason. Look, we're gonna be definitely live for a lot of things during preseason because I know y'all want the news and the content. Also, we're going to be at the opening day. So Twisted is on fresh on the camera. So you might get a little insides, stadium stuff too. So y'all be on the lookout. But of course, we ain't on Fox level yet. So we ain't on sidelines and doing it like that yet. But y'all can get us there. Just keep subscribing. There you go. Just keep subscribing, getting us to 10K on every platform. Get some people to take notice to us so we can go ahead and get verified and be official. So we can't be bumping, hands with Ledbetter and them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where AFN need to be. So thank you for bringing that up and thank you for your comment. And Mr. Motivated Dean P's going to mix it up. Can't wait. The defense. Well, you know what? Eric? What y'all think about that?
He said the defense is rebuilding. Can I show a picture real fast? Does Arthur Blank look like he's trying to rebuild? In case y'all didn't know, Arthur Blank is old. He does not have time to rebuild, guys. I need y'all to know that. That's why he brought in certain people to help this organization get back to where they want to be. Dean Pease is not going to make this defense be rebuilded. He's going to call the right plays and set up the right scheme to play towards players' strengths. That's not rebuilding. Like Mike said, it's retooling. They've added pieces here and there to be able to be comfortable. Don't forget, we already have a good offense. You just have to be able to stop players or stop teams in the right time. That's it.
We already got two great players. We already got two legendary players. And I don't give a damn what nobody says. I still believe that Deion Jones is the best linebacker in the league. I give all the respect to Bobby Wagner, but Bobby Wagner has things that we don't have. He has consistent defensive tackles sitting in front of him that allow him to move and do whatever he please. You talk about the great Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis always give up his respect to Haloti Ngata, the guys like Tony Siragusa that took up space to allow him to be able to do what he does, and that's move around and run around. So if you got these 300-pound guys all on Deion Jones is not going to he's not going to look as great as he is. But even in a couple of crappy years, Deion Jones was still putting up these big time 90+ tackles, 4 interceptions, 5 sacks. That right there in a losing team. We were giving up big time numbers, and this dude was still putting up big time numbers. So I don't give a damn when nobody say Deion Jones the best linebacker. And look. Let's be real. Who's a bigger playmaker in the middle of the field than Deion Jones? Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody. It ain't nothing this dude cannot do. Period. Deion Jones is that damn dude. Interceptions, Tommy sacks. The dude is just that damn great. And I haven't even mentioned Grady Jarrett. He's the second best defensive tackle in the league. Period. Nobody outside of Arizona consistently gets pressured in the backfield. He's unblockable. So when you tell me that the Falcons are rebuilding, if they were rebuilding, these two guys will not be on the team. They won't be on the team.
Let me get back to that comment that I was mentioning back where he was saying about the concession stand. Go back to that real quick. Where it go?
And Mike, let's not forget Aaron Donald had pieces around him. Grady Jarrett hasn't really had no pivotal piece around him. Except for Dante Pro in 2017, of course.
I was trying to find that comment.
And Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah.
Come on now.
He had Brockers too, right?
Brockers too. Yep. Brockers he's now gone. He's looking for more money. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys are a hell of a player. So I always say all the time, man. Look, y'all can. Man, Roquan ain't got a damn thing. That's a look. He got drafted. He got drafted because he is a Deion clone. Let's be real. I'm a Georgia fan, bro. I know. Look, you can't tell me nothing about linebackers because Georgia has some great linebackers, and we're talking about Roquan. Falcons have had some legendary linebackers. So if you talk about linebackers, can't nobody in not a lot of teams outside of especially the Falcons. We've had some of the greatest linebackers of all time. Started with Mr. Tommy Nobis. So you can't tell me about talent as far as the linebackers is concerned. And like I said, no disrespect to Bobby Wagner, but Bobby Wagner has things in place that Deion Jones doesn't have.
I want to get on this comment. I want to get on this comment with D. Coleman. They bet not be feeding off the concession stand in the game, Maggie. They can't have a hot dog. Them players can't eat hot dog. It's $2 hot dogs, y'all. Is it still $2? Them boys can eat. We need some big hungry boys, so we need to make sure they fed. We're gonna get them about 5 hot dogs, people. All right, so we can have a 5-star team.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, Tevin. Bobby Wagner's on decline though, bro. If you look at Deion's stats and Bobby Wagner's stats last year, you'll see who was the bigger playmaker. Bobby Wagner doesn't really get interceptions like that. In the past 3 to 4 years, he hasn't really been getting interceptions. He just gets a lot of tackles. Deion Jones gets a lot of tackles. What can you add besides being a tackler? All linebackers can tackle. What can you do besides that? Can you blitz in a timely manner? Can you get the QB down? Can you drop back into coverage and literally get your hands on the football? Not just get lucky in the seconds. Attack the ball. Deion Jones attacks the ball. I'm sorry, what you said, Mike?
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? That man, oh boy, that's greatness right there. Look, like I said before, man, he already said it. Y'all, everybody gonna hate on Atlanta regardless, and that's why Deion doesn't get any respect because he plays for Atlanta. But if he played for the Patriots, y'all be all that man nuts like some damn like a. I was about. This is early in the morning. It's early in the morning.
Oh, last thing. Who was the best linebacker in the Super Bowl last year or this year?
The Super Bowl?
Yeah, who was the best linebacker in the Super Bowl this year?
Who was in the Super Bowl? I forgot that quick.
It was a Deion Jones clone. Devin White.
Oh,
it was a Deion Jones. Devin White.
Right.
Devin White is drafted because of Deion Jones. Deion Jones changed the linebacking core.
He changed the game, bro. Period. You're absolutely right. He's a Deion, and he was compared to Deion Jones the entire time. And that's why I say that people just gonna hate Atlanta, and they not gonna get Deion, and they not gonna get Grady Jarrett. Like Grady Jarrett wasn't even. I bet the previous year the dude wasn't even on the damn top 100. Like y'all can kiss my mother.
You know what? That top 100 is biased. Cause they put Matt down. I let them top 100. I be like, you know what? Whatever.
I was like 90 something. Like 90. You tell me 90. Man, come on, get out of here, bro.
Hey, Mike, Maggie, how many times has the top 1 or top 10 player been an MVP? Majority of the times. 26 was the MVP. They put him at 20 something.
Right.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. I'm gonna act like Boosie. Come on, dog.
Come on, dog. And what about let's get into this next one right here, because we mentioned somebody mentioned in the chat Cordarrelle Patterson named one of the NFL's most versatile players. I think he's number 11 on that list, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me though.
Yes. He's the third 11th.
He is the 11th. Okay. So, what y'all think about that? And audience, Cordarrelle. And you want some pizza, Mr. Motivator? Me too. Buy me some. We'll go ahead and eat it together. How about that? I ain't had nothing to eat this morning. I warmed up a breakfast bowl and it's sitting there looking at me.
Cordarrelle, we know what Cordarrelle brings to the table. I think that he can be a receiver in some plays, a running back. He can return kicks. He can return punts. He's willing to block. He's 6'2", so he has a lot of attributes. For him to only be 11 is kind of crazy to me. But if you look at that list, a lot of the people are from the NFC South. We got a lot of talent in this division, guys. But Cordarrelle Patterson, he's key for us because I see what he does. I see how he can impact a game by just touching the ball 5 times. He can literally touch the ball 5 times and get a score. He can get you into good field position. That's impactful. That's why I like Cordarrelle in this offense. He doesn't have to keep touching the ball to get his rocks off, as we like to say. He can get a minimum of 5 carries or a minimum of 5 touches and literally impact this offense to where we're down the field before you even know it.
Mm-hmm.
He got to be top 10 to me. I'm sorry. He has to be top 10.
What you got, Mike?
It's hard to see him now a top 5 in my opinion. That's just absurd. But again, that's what we talk about. Falcons players not getting any type of respect. This man was on the Patriots team for a reason. He was one of those guys that was not only a deep threat, but he's a gadget player. But most importantly, and I think this is something that doesn't go because everybody into how many yards my quarterback throw. Well, this dude had 1,000 yards and return yards. 1,000 yards and returning yards. Motherfuckers don't even get 1,000 yards receiving this year. And this dude did this in return yards, kick return, punt return. This dude is an absolute threat every time he touches the ball. So you trying to tell me that it's 10 guys in the league that's a better dual threat than him? This dude is it. He is that. He gets the respect, and he like I said, not only is he a receiver, he's a running back. He's a kick returner. That's punt return. That's 4 punt. Like those are 2 different types of skill sets, whether you like it or not. Punt return, kick return. Those are 2 different types of skill sets. And he does both of those guys. Does both of those well. It's like, well, punt returner, you got to be a little bit more. You got to be more decisive in punt return, because like you dance around in punt return, like that's it. Kick return, it takes some time to kind of formulate and try to, process the information. But punt return, you got to be immediately. So like those are 2 different types of. So this man actually playing 4 different positions. So I don't. And that's why I always give Tyreek Hill so much respect, because he does so many things. He's exactly that. So, like, if Tyreek is not number 1, and, like, I'm just going to be real, I don't even like Tyler Lockett. He's another guy that's up there. Lockett is a guy that I could say is, but Cordarrelle Patterson got to be top 5. Like, I don't know who write me damn list down, but if you ain't giving Cordarrelle Patterson his credit,
it's like someone said in the chat that them top 100, top this, top that, it'd be biased, popularity contest. I don't go by that. I'm sorry. I go by what they do and they stats and everything else on my own personal. I don't need nobody else to say Matt Ryan is 99. I'm sorry. So
right, come on, bro.
And
that's how I feel about that.
And one thing we got to think about is they changed the rules kind of for Cordell and Devin Hester.
Yeah,
and he's still getting all-purpose yards when they're putting it to where he shouldn't really return the kicks. They're kicking it all the way to the end of the end zone, and he's still bringing them out and getting yards off of that. Then it's changing to where some coaches don't want you to put it out because you started the 25. But with him, you're not even gonna question that. You're gonna be like, well, if he takes the risk, we might pop. Let's just let him do it. They're not doing that with everybody, so that shows that he's a weapon. And we didn't even discuss this, Mike. I know you might want to do a breakdown about this one day. He can do the read option.
Yeah.
Put him in there with Allison and Mike Davis, and they gotta pick their poison. Oh my, Mike, I can't be talking to you, man. You get me too hype, bro.
What about this question right here, y'all? With TB3 Entertainment, Chris Rowland and Avery Williams won't return. What do y'all think about that? You think they're returning?
Chris Rowland, hell no. It's going to be between Avery Williams and Cordell.
Yeah.
And that's going to be how many plays they give Cordell per game, I think.
Yeah, he's done. Chris Rowland is done. Avery Williams is that guy that they looking to be that next guy to kind of learn on the Cordarrelle Patterson. So, like, Rowland don't have a shot.
Whatsoever. I don't.
He has no shot. What JB Williams, I believe that's his name. That dude. Like I said, he ain't got a shot. I like him, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think anybody from the previous regime has a shot to really stay on this thing. Let's just be real. A lot of those guys on borrowed time.
Unless he's doing this, Mike. They'll put him back up for that, but they're not putting him back there to get electrifying plays. They're going to put the people they signed for that. Cordarrelle Patterson is going to do awesome in our return game. He'll give the offense great field position, and he's a big body who's hard to tackle. Yeah, and he got wiggle.
People don't realize how big he is. The dude like 210, 215, 220. Like, that dude is big, man.
6'2".
Okay, let's jump into the next one. We don't talk about Mr. Cordarrelle. Let's get into basically, why haven't we heard from Dean Pease? And we kind of hit on this last night, but might as well bring it back up again. Why haven't we heard? Why he ain't so vocal like Arthur Smith and Terry? What's going on with this? Should we be concerned about not hearing from Dean Pease? What do y'all think?
Where's my clipboard? Where's Mr. Magnus when you need the clipboard? That's what he's doing. He's putting together schemes for Tom Brady. He's putting together schemes for the New Orleans Saints. He's putting together schemes for C-Mac. He don't got time to talk. He got time to show what he plan to do this season.
But we want to hear from Dean Pease. We're concerned about the defense, so we need to hear something, Twisted.
Maggie, they're going to be concerned whether Dean talks or not. So keep your mouth closed. And,
you know what? Let me add to this. I think he's avoiding those interviews because they be hounding. Like, they hounded them for that Julio Jones talk. So they really going to be hounding this man. What about this player? What about that player? I don't know. So I think instead of reflecting all these questions, I ain't getting in the media. Yeah, I handle that.
That's why Terry's here. Terry, hey, listen. Terry is on a promotional run. That's why we got him. He's a good talker. He knows how to get marketable.
We're trying to get people interested in coming to the Atlanta Falcons because folk don't want to come over here and play for us.
And let's be honest, his wins speak for itself. There's Ed Reed that's speaking for Dean Pease. There's Ray Lewis that's speaking for Dean Pease. Dean Pease don't got to say nothing to me. I already know what to expect. Just go back to the old game tapes and you'll figure out how he feels.
Let me ask y'all this. All right. You ever seen horror movies? In particular, Friday 13th? Does Jason ever talk? Does he ever talk? Does he ever say anything?
He go to work.
He just shows the fuck up with a big ass somebody and he chop your damn head off. All right, he's not Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger do all that damn talking. I'm talking. That's not what Dean Pease. He is Jason Voorhees. He's not gonna talk. He ain't gonna come out braggadocious and any of that. That dude is Jason Voorhees. We already got a psycho looking dude as our head coach. We don't need another I'll say this. Arthur Smith is Freddy Krueger. And Dean Pease is Jason Voorhees. He don't do no fucking. He just shows up with the big ass knife and he pokes them on straight through your heart.
That should be Arthur Smith because Arthur Smith like a killer. I ain't gonna lie. That man look like he don't sleep at night. He like he feed off of coffee every day. Like, yeah. Who he look like?
Hey, that dude does look crazy. That's why I call him Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger got those little one-liners, and Arthur Smith got those one-liners too. So, like I said, man, like Dean Pease is Freddy. He's Jason Voorhees, man. That dude don't do no talking. He just shows up and he merch. That's what he does. His defense, his defenses get the job done. That's all I care about. I don't care about all this talking. Look at that picture.
Don't it look like he needs some sleep?
His eyes red. He's frustrated.
Players and authors, Terry conversations. He's sick of it. He just ready to get on the field now. I'm tired of talking about what is, what shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We need to get on the field and make some shit shake. That's what he looked like.
You know what I think about Arthur Smith and Dean Pease? When they talk, I think they just be thinking like this. They just look at each other like, yeah, this is all I can think about.
Hey. The coach Dean Pease is looking at the weakness in the enemy offensively. Hey, man. You know what? He's definitely studying his team because guess what? Everybody know the defense was soft. So they expected soft. So he, like everybody said, he in the lab with DJ Nabs. So
man, that was a nice one. That was a nice one.
Old school ATL, y'all know what that means.
Hey, this is what y'all get. Y'all get entertainment, and we always got something on our look, man. We got nothing out of this place. We always got something for y'all.
You got to throw that up in there.
So do y'all think Terry is the person who always survives in scary movies? because he finds a way to adapt.
Yeah, he wiggled his way out of this cap situation. You know what? He gonna get y'all ass out that door. I don't care what you do. You know what? He go. You know that joke? Who is that? The Kings of Comedy. I don't know. That was Cedric the Entertainer, but basically about when black folks see somebody running, we all running. I think that's Terry. Like, you know, I don't know what we running about, but we're gonna figure it out when we get to the end of the day.
Hey, Terry got the hell out of there, boy.
I don't care what you do, but if you see me moving, you move.
That's what he did with the Saints.
Oh,
when Drew Brees was done, I'm out of there. Let me call Arthur. I'm out of there.
Oh yeah, he was halfway in the locker room.
I'm out of there.
He was done.
Let's go to the right.
Brees was done. He said he took his helmet and was like, you know what? I'm done. Let go. Let go.
Hey, we got a question though.
Okay.
What's good, Christian? How much do y'all think the defense will miss Keanu Neal?
No, why do you have to do that? That was like my favorite player.
I do, yeah. We all love Keanu, no lie. But he was a Dan Quinn lover. Let's keep it. Let's be honest, he was a Dan Quinn lover. He never tweeted, and then he tweeted after he knew Dan Quinn was fired. Like that's kind of weird to me.
I'm about to go in on his ass for that. You know, look, I like Keanu Neal. I love his physicality, what he's bringing as a player. I don't think anybody can complain about that whatsoever. He is the epitome of a football player. That's what you want in football players, especially your defensive players. But I don't want look. I know this. I said I was gonna calm down on my cursing, but I'm tired of all these pussy ass players running back to their masters. Like I'm fucking sick of it. That's the reason why I don't want anything to do with Ricardo Allen. I don't want shit to do with Keanu Neal, because when all is failed and he saw that his coach, all right, his guy, he drafted me, so I'm gonna support my guy, even though your fucking guy sucks. All right, your defense sucked because of Dan Quinn. Let's be real. It sucked because of Dan Quinn, and this is the reason why players. All right, he's only interested in being liked. Keanu Neal doesn't want to win games, because if he want to win games, he damn sure wouldn't have went to damn. Should have went to damn the Cowboys. Out of all the teams that was a free agent, he ran his ass right back to Dan Quinn. That's what we're talking about. That's the culture that we're talking about here in Atlanta. When all that's failed, let's run back to our master. Let's run back to guys that like us. Let's run back to the fans that like us. And we ignore the truth. Dan Quinn, Keanu Neal, those guys ignored the truth that they sucked because they wanted to be liked. They wanted to be in an environment where they like and where they're comfortable. So this is the same thing for Julio Jones. This ain't just Keanu Neal. That's the culture in Atlanta. People, a lot of players, I want players that want and thrive under these circumstances when we're talking about being, look, people don't like us. Guess what? I feed off of that energy. I feed off that energy when people don't like me. When the fans booing me, come on, give me that. Do like prime time. When they booing you, stand up like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go out. Be like prime. Feed off of that energy. I don't want any of these guys. I don't want anybody that doesn't thrive under pressure. And like I said, I love Keanu Neal. I don't think we're going to miss him, because we're talking about exactly that. These players, they want to be comfortable. I don't want any more comfortable players. Keanu Neal just want to be comfortable, and that's why he ran his ass to Dan Quinn, because him and damn KZ want to be comfortable. Yeah.
And let's be honest, man. If we look at the schemes that we're in now, I don't even think Keanu Neal would fit in DMP's scheme, if we're being honest, as far as the safety. That's why they went and got Richie Grant. Richie Grant is the key as far as with Dean Pease. He actually fits Dean Pease' scheme. He can be another Keanu Neal, but in better coverage. At times, offenses literally went and did a mismatch with Keanu Neal. They would motion people out to the slot and make Keanu Neal come down the guard, and he would get abused. He gave a lot of plays like that. If he wasn't near the line of scrimmage, Keanu Neal was a non-fucking factor. Let's be honest. 2017, we really had the game versus the Eagles. All he had to do was catch the fucking interception to end the half, and we had the ball coming out. What does he do? He tried to catch the ball with his knees. When were you taught that? When were you taught that? Who showed you that? And guess what happened, guys? Guess what our luck happened to? The Eagles end up catching the ball. When does that ever happen? Keanu Neal has those plays in a lot of games. Versus the Packers, he did the same thing. Versus the Super Bowl, you are a tackler. Why are you going for interception?
Tell us how you really feel, Terry.
Edelman would have been unconscious. They would have had to bring a stretcher out. That motherfucker died for the ball. He don't even know what his best attribute is. Sorry, T. He don't even know what his best attribute is when the key moments hit. That's the issue with Keanu Neal, I should say. When the game is on the line, he doesn't do what he's supposed to do. What he's good at, he won't do. He'll do the opposite. You haven't caught an interception all year. But hey, let's try to catch an interception. Forget Keanu Neal.
And somebody said Richie Grant. I know you mentioned a little bit, but what do you think about him? We done with Keanu. You know, he ain't a Falcon no more.
Richie Grant is gonna be a key, bro. Like we've been looking for a rover type safety for a couple of years. Dan Quinn, dumbass, tried to make Ricardo Allen that. He is not that type of player. But we did it for 4 years, still gave him a chance. Richie Grant is that type of player. He can play wherever on the field. You're not going to just be able to motion him out and say, guard the best player and he's going to get abused. No. He's going to pay attention to his cues and go out there and make plays. If it's meant for you to make a for sure tackle, that's what he's going to do. If it's meant for you to get an interception, that's what he's going to do. We're not going for that this year, man. In this back end, we're not guessing on plays. And with rookies, and safeties, most rookie safeties, they don't guess on plays. They go for sure shit. I'm sorry for cursing Miss Maggie. I'm sorry for cursing Mike, but they go for sure plays. And that's what Richie Grant's gonna do. Look for a Malcolm Jenkins type player with Richie Grant.
Okay, so since we don't filled in on the Falcons, did you want to add anything to that with Richie Grant? Then we're gonna get into some other team sports talk.
He said everything.
He said everything. Okay.
He said everything. Ain't nothing for me else to say.
I mean, he pretty much just dropped the mic. You know what? Let's take this pause real quick. For those of you that are just now tuning in, I didn't catch the beginning. Please subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Nation. We really are trying to get to 2K before the season. If y'all can get us there, we are moving. We are like at 1,500 or so far. We really need 5 more hundred to get us there. So go ahead, tell your friends, everybody, share AFN, not Mad Mike Sports, but AFN. Let everybody know to come over here and subscribe. Okay, I know you're subscribed, but if you're not, please. At the same time, hit up the funny man up here. This man is speaking gems on his channel. And he got way more than that on his Twisted Torch TV channel. Make sure y'all get that man follow and a holla. Let him know that AFN sent you. And then Mad Mike Sports with his 20K followers that need to be Twisted Torch TV and Miss Maggie T followers. So if you love Mad Mike so much, come over and give us that love. We need to be at 6K, just like him. You know, can we get some of them chips? You know, we want to eat too.
How about this, Miss Maggie? How about this? For the next couple of followers, me and Miss Maggie, if you come follow our channels and you leave a comment,
hashtag run the damn ball. How about that? So we'll know it's for this contest. Run the damn BAWLL ball. We see that hashtag. We know you for this. Go ahead, T.
If you do that, I will pick 2 people from each channel and give them either a t-shirt or a hat. I will let you decide. Okay. So, you say what you said, Miss Maggie. Say what you said. Explain the rules to them one more time.
We are trying to get to 6K like Mr. Mad Mike. Can we at least get to 1K? How about that? Because
That's all I
Vegas can't
need,
be
you know,
choosers. Can we get to 1K? Me and Twisted, we got to throw what's name in there too. Just KSTYLZ, because we're all kind of I'm in the 500 area. Y'all are close. Y'all getting up there. So I feel like if y'all could get all of us to the top at the same time, that'd be great.
My other channel was at 200.
We don't care about your other channel. We worried about us because Mike, you already established. Otis.
Hey, Mike, you trying to get a 10K, baby?
We ain't worried about you, okay? We worried about self over here. We trying to get our numbers up, and you throw in my stuff because I just got 3 channels now. No, we don't care about that, Mike. All right. Thank you. So please, people, hashtag run the damn ball. Let us know that you here because you heard this contest, because me and Twisted see who's going to get to 1K first. And of course, it's going to be a movie when we do. So please get us there. Share to all your people, because we really just want to appeal to and market to more NFL players and journalists, and let them know we the real deal. We got to be official, y'all. We're going to have to get that official stamp one of these days. So with y'all activity as well, people, go in Google chat. Go in Google search. Type in Atlanta Falcons Nation. We need y'all to start searching for us on Google. Look for our website, AtlantaFalconsNation.com, but search for it on Google. Do that for us. I'm telling you, that's free, and that's going to help out Atlanta Falcons Nation a great deal. And do Mad Mike Sports, Twisted Torch TV, and MS Maggie T. All Google search. That's your homework for today, okay? But let's go move on.
Kstlyz and Jew Talk too.
Kstlyz and Jew Talks too. That's right. So let's get into a little bit of finals talk. Y'all want to get into some Hawks basketball and finals, and let's get into all that jazz, because we like to talk about those other teams too. The training camp schedule. Let's jump into that real quick. I forgot about this. You want to go ahead and announce those dates?
Here we go. You got to move that banner part.
Okay.
All right. So practice begins July 29th and July 30th. It will be closed to the public. July 31st, August 1st, it will be open. August 1st is my birthday, guys, so I might be there on August 1st. August 2nd is back closed for just the players. August 3rd through the 5th, it will be back open. And August 7th, you will get a chance if you buy your tickets. You will get a chance to take a picture with Miss Maggie. You will get a chance to take a picture with Twisted. You'll get a chance to see Mad Mike the scientist and see if he wants to give you a rant or not. He has the choice. But if you meet us there, you will get some opportunity. So make sure y'all tune in if y'all are in Atlanta.
All right. I love that. So we definitely gonna be in them building with them $5 tickets and $2 hot dog. We finna be some happy campers. Because guess what? Football is about to be back, and I'm ready to smell what Matt Mike is cooking. Y'all hear that? They're right. So let's get into some finals basketball. What do y'all think? Y'all paying attention to the series? I really don't care because the Hawks not in it. So
and they should be.
Dumb Bucks looking like they should have sat down. I'm just saying.
That looked terrible. It just kind of looks like they set it up for Chris Paul to win because he's an ambassador.
That's why you're my brother. Hey, look. Oh my God. I'm so glad you just said that. Hey, you done? Because I'm about to go on a whole rant.
No,
I'm just puzzled, man, because like you really telling me that the ratings aren't down? People really prefer to see Giannis, who can't shoot threes, who is not entertaining, who doesn't even talk on the court, who doesn't show facial expressions, none of that, versus the young phenom, the hatred kid, versus Chris Paul. You telling me you wouldn't prefer to see Young versus Chris Paul? You wouldn't prefer to see Cam Reddish versus Devin Booker? Those are all better matchups. Clint Capella versus Ayton. Every matchup I just stated is better. It's no way. You know what? You know what I think it is, guys? I'm really coming to the realization. People know Atlanta is the party city, and they know we're going to go effing crazy if we get our parade here. It's like they don't want us to get to that next level because they know
Twisted, we got a running joke amongst our friends that we used to say that if Anybody, Hawks, Braves, Falcons, anybody get a championship, we running in the city of Atlanta streaking. That's what we doing. That is what we're gonna be doing. We streaking in the city of Atlanta because we goddamn finally got one. So watch out, people. Miss Maggie is streaking for that. Just get your cameras ready and your money, because I'm gonna be bailed out. I gotta bail me out now. So
just look at the history though. The Braves were up 3-1. They should have went to the World Series last year, right? The Hawks, literally, no one expected them to do anything in the playoffs. They get all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you telling me a referee steps on Trae Young's leg? Out of all the injuries, a referee steps on Trae Young's foot. It's mind-boggling. I really don't be believing that stuff, bro. Like how we lose games, it just don't be making sense to me. I really don't. That's all I got. I still don't figure it out. I'm puzzled. I really don't know.
I like Chris Paul, but I'm so sick of these fucking LeBron stories. LeBron best friend, LeBron girlfriend, LeBron second cousin. He won NBA championship. This guy who played with LeBron, he did this. Look, I'm real happy for the city of Phoenix. I really am. And I'm like, my brother actually played basketball with Devin Booker's father. So I get that. Like I'm happy for the young man. But I'm so sick of everything just always got to tie back to LeBron James. All I see on Twitter, Chris Paul, he 3 away, he 2 away, he 1 away. Just shut the hell up, LeBron. Okay?
His first time in the middle, they doing this.
Even when they got nothing to do with him, it's got something to do with him. Like every time we turn around, LeBron, he got hurt. If he wouldn't have been in, like I'm so sick of any. Like, can we have a playoff game that has nothing to do with LeBron?
Mm-hmm. Like, can we have because even if we won the championship, there's gonna be asterisks around our name. I feel it.
LeBron
because this player was hurt. Atlanta Falcons. Trae Young only won.
He did that. LeBron put out this injuries conspiracy out, and now nobody wanted to watch it because of LeBron. So just get his. Like, I'm so sick, and you can kiss my natural light-skinned, red caramel ass because I don't give a fuck. If you are a LeBron fan, you are one of the most hypocritical people in the whole universe. Y'all know that man ain't nothing but a damn crybaby, but y'all like the stats that he get. Y'all love everything about LeBron. Oh, LeBron, he get back to the community. What about Matt Ryan did the same thing? Y'all said it ain't no big deal. He's just doing it for money. But when LeBron do it, he giving back to the black community. He loves the black people. Like, it's always what an asterisk when it comes down to LeBron James. So when it all comes down to it, I'm happy for Devin Booker. I don't give a flying fuck because if you look at Chris Paul, the dude is an asshole. There's a reason why he's been on so many teams. And I'm not saying this, he's really hated. Even Devin Booker came out and said, like, Chris Paul ain't all it ain't for the faint-hearted playing for him. He's an asshole. That's the reason why. He's an ass. Is he a great player? Yes, he's a great player. But he's not a good teammate. He's not a good teammate. He's been with several organizations because he's a horrible teammate. Let's just be real. So, look, you can call me whatever you want to, but it all come down to it. I just got to go with Terry on this, man. It just seemed like it was bigger. Their agenda was actually bigger than the game. And that's where it comes down to. Things just did not sit well with me. Seeing a ref standing behind Trae when he playing. Like, why is a ref? Like, my uncle was a ref. I know what you're supposed to do when you are a ref. You're not supposed to be anywhere near the player, period. Why are you that close to Trae? Get the hell away from him. get off the court.
That's a fact.
Back
That's a fact.
Like I said, I know the game, so you can't tell me. This is look, Uncle Larry Story passed away. Okay, he was a ref for Georgia High School, and he applied to turn professional before his kidney issue. He was a professional ref. I know the game. You're not supposed to be that close to a player.
You're supposed
get
to be
out
angry.
the way. They train you to get out the way. He's standing behind Trey, and he sees Trey, and you still standing there. So, like I said, I'm not calling it a conspiracy. I'm just saying some weird shit happened. And then to top it off, hold on. To top it off, Giannis shows up like it ain't nothing. Like they don't put some goddamn miracle, some holy.
He don't oil them knees and legs and ankles up, man. Yeah, he playing like ain't nothing wrong.
Jumping around, doing cartwheels and every damn thing. Like nothing ain't happened. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh, they set that up. They set that up. They set that up. I mean, I know y'all be, y'all the excuse, but they ain't want to see Atlanta in the finals.
Look at Lopez, though. Look how he's playing now compared to how he playing with the Hawks.
Yeah.
Lopez is nothing. He's trash. He hasn't been good in 3 years.
Yeah, bro. Come on. Look, we ain't saying it's conspiracy, but we saying some funny issues happening.
And I want to shout out because I just shared the stream in the Atlanta Hawks Die Hard Fanatics group that we run also over there. Look, we do everything. If y'all on Facebook, search Atlanta Hawks Die Hard Fanatics. That is also our group that we admin. We are a small little 4,000 fan base in there, and we're growing. So get in there and hey y'all, I'm in the chat. If y'all watching, give me your what's up, Die Hard Fanatics or something of red and black, which I want to put in the chat. Let me know that y'all watching in the group. And hello, I'm your admin because folks don't know if you watching. But let's get into this basically right here. If anybody caught that hour-long introduction to our new head coach, no longer interim. We kind of covered on it last night. So Twisted, I'm gonna open it up to you. Let's get your opinion about this.
I think it's a good hire. I think based on how he improved the team and helped them gel from underneath his coaching, I think that's pretty good. He has a big decision to make with Collins, though. I want to see where he goes moving forward with Collins. I'm hoping that he makes the right decision because Collins was pretty much a non-factor. He sees that Cam Reddish is the future, Trae Young is the future, and build around those two guys. I'm anxious to see how they do as that power forward. Is it going to be a stretch four? Is it going to be a big man four? I just need him. I need him to get that squared away and add maybe one or two more shooters around Trae Young, and we'll be good to go. I like the coaching hire though, but he has some big decisions to make moving forward as far as this money and maxed out deals.
Mm-hmm. Before I get to that, I just want to say this. Like this is what I can this is what I appreciate from like real fans. Like a lot of LeBron fans are just like, come on, like y'all know that, man. Like y'all know the truth. Like we're not making this stuff up. It's like this is a LeBron fan, and he just says, I'm a LeBron James fan, and I don't care about anything else but basketball, honestly. And I can agree. I'm tired of seeing all these tweets about him too. He not playing. Give the book to CP, they shine. And like that's what I'm talking about. It always has some like why out of all the times now you want to come up with that they want to start promoting them what the damn cartoon is, the damn
Space Jam 2.
Like all of a sudden you want to start putting out Space Jam doing the finals. Like right, like really? Like right now you want to put out Space. Like
he thought he was gonna be there.
Yeah, get out of here. They thought he was gonna be there. They was setting up everything for LeBron and they got put out. So like I said, it's just like I'm like I said, I'm not even I'm a basketball fan, but I can't get behind this NBA because it's too agenda based. It's too storyline based. It's storyline. I just want to see basketball. I don't care about what LeBron fans did when he got his new movie. Like, I don't give a damn about none of all that stuff. Can we see hard-nosed basketball? That's why people fell in love with the Hawks. Let's be real. Because they came and kicked down every narrative. They kicked down every door. They said we was weak. We showed we wasn't weak. We proved everybody wrong. That said Trey was too soft, and the dude became a villain, and he made people like him. All right, he didn't campaign say I'm the greatest player. I'm the best player. I feel like I'm the best player in the league. He didn't do any of that. This man said, "Hey."
She won't let me be great. She down there fussing, so I had to get her. I'm babysitting KSTYLZ Jr.
But that's like I said, that's all what it all comes down to. That's all it comes down to it, man. But as far as the Hawks are concerned, I just want to see what the hell. Why the hell Rachel Nesbitt was gonna start talking on my damn phone? Like, what the hell?
You know, them smartphones be something else.
Yeah.
Hey,
what the hell?
Mike, you know what I missed though? I missed the 2000s, bro. I miss how players just went out there and made plays. I miss how Kobe Bryant would just do his interviews, job not finished. Like, it's not about promotion. It's not about that. It's about going out and showing you're the best team. And with LeBron losing, it kind of showed how they really feel about the NBA to me. You know what I mean? Because they didn't expect the Suns to win. Only certain people thought the Suns could win to the Western Conference Finals. People picked the Clippers, people picked the Lakers, majority that way. And the Suns showed that they can do it. The reason why they showed that is because they have a person that's like Kobe Bryant on their team. Devin Booker has that skill set to where he's going to take over and he's going to be a trained, silent assassin. We don't have players like that no more, man. And with Trae Young and with the Hawks, they showed that they can do anything. And quite honestly, like, some games they won as far as passing and assisting and getting floaters and getting alley hoops, and some games they won as shooting threes. They showed they can be a team. And even if they had Cam Reddish in those other series, I don't even think they would have been longer than they would. Because Cam Reddish is a great defensive player. Just imagine if he was able to be unleashed early in the playoffs to where he had his foot down for the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. That would have been a whole different finals to me.
And let's get into this. John Collins wants to play for the Hawks. Of course, another year. Do you think they're gonna give him that same contract he turned down?
They better, because I ain't giving his ass no more than that. Like I said, look, I'm not. Everybody like this is another thing. This is Atlanta coaching. Every time somebody dunk on somebody, y'all want to give him $100 million just because he made a highlight play. Right? Y'all want to give y'all label Michael Vick the GOAT of all in the NFL, say he gonna be a Hall of Fame and all this type of stuff. Like, look, man, just because a man make a highlight play don't mean he deserves $100 million. Okay, doesn't mean he's the greatest. John Collins is a terrific player, but he's not worth a max contract. He's not worth a max contract. We needed him to step up in the absence of Trey, and the dude barely had he barely eclipsed 15 points. and like he barely eclipsed that. I think he had like 16 points that game. You know what I'm saying? And all of that came in the fourth quarter when he decided he wanted to start playing in the fourth quarter. We was already losing, and now you decide you want to start shooting the ball. It's too damn late. You had 3 quarters, and all of a sudden you want to get to the third quarter and say, all right, let me start getting aggressive. Like, that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Got to have that dog mentality. So in order for you to get that $100 million contract for me, you got to have that dog mentality. When your leader is down and we have no one to turn to, you got to step on your own 2 feet and say, guess what? I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. Y'all better pass me that goddamn ball. That's what we needed from him, and he didn't do that. And we hear Kobe, we hear Mike say it all the time. We heard Scottie Pippen say it about Mike. When Mike is on, look, Mike gonna say, look, pass me the damn ball. You better give me this bad ball. Period, point blank. If you don't give him the ball, you're gonna have hell to pay. All right. That's as simple as that. When people, that's why I like Golden State so much. When they see Steph and either it's Steph or Clay on fire, they just step the fuck back. They step the back and it's like, oh, here, go. But those guys are willing to step up in that moment. And John Collins don't step up in that moment. You start with Clay in the finals. Steph had no problem stepping back. He was like, all right, cool. Shit, Clay doing this shit. I'll step back.
Give me that.
That's it. That's how you do it. And that's how you build a winning culture. You can't have these guys just because they can jump 7 feet and dunk on people that they're worth being on or worth $100 million. And that's what I feel about John Collins. Until he established that dog mentality, I'm not giving him no $100 million.
You know, it's kind of crazy. I can compare this team to the flying high team when they had Joe Johnson, T-Mac coming off the bench, Josh Smith, Jeff Teague. When they had that type of team, you know what their issue was? It's kind of like the same thing for this team. When they need a bucket, they do turnaround fadeaway shots. They don't attack the basket. When Collins needed a bucket in that game, the game that Trae Young went out, he kept just doing turnaround shots. Like, put your head down and go to the line. They gonna have to foul you. If that's your strength, use it. Don't act like you a jump shot shooter. I don't like that about players. Some players, they gotta know what their strength is. And even if you're making shots, that helps you get open for better shots. Help your team out. Don't just think about yourself. If you're getting to the basket, okay, they're going to bring another person to attack. What do? Dish the ball out. Open three. And that's what was happening with Trae. When he was attacking the basket, the shooters were open. You keep that same mentality. Even with Lou Will, when he was doing that. When he was getting in, doing crossovers, okay, Bogdanovich is open. Let me pass it back to him. Wide open three. They're set up threes. They're timing. That's timing. And Collins has to get that on the way, man, or he won't never be a maxed out type player.
All right, well, since we get into just, players testing free agency, Brandon Goodwin, he's also testing free agency. And then, of course, Mr. Lemon Pepper, he wants a multi-deal contract and would like to return to the Hawks.
He want to return for the strips, the actual Lemon Pepper wing. What he want to return for the fans, for the partying. And he went MIA in one of the games. Jesus Christ.
He did.
And see, he got to get that Clipper mentality up out of him if he going to stay here. We don't need that game blowing mentality brought to Atlanta. We need you stepping up. You the veteran, not Trae Young. You the vet. I need to see more veteran plays. I don't need to see airball threes. I don't need to see extra 3-point shots. Your job is to get people open too, not just shoot. I know you're a good 6 man and you kind of like Jamal Crawford and stuff like that, but Crawford didn't know how to assist either. And that affected that team.
Yeah, I'll give him, because let's be honest, there's more to this Lou Williams than it is on court. Like, Lou Williams aided in Trae Young, and even Rayford Young, y'all follow him on Twitter. He states this all the time. One of the reasons why Trae has been as, as aggressive in the playoffs is because of Lou Williams. Sometimes you make deals with players outside of just basketball skill set. I'm not bringing Lou back for his skill set. Just that alone. I'm bringing him back because Trae Young likes him. Trae Young feeds from him. Those are the types of players that you want. That your superstar, if he feeds off of this guy, and this guy's an asset to us to make sure that our superstar or this player or that player playing at their max ability, then I need to bring back a Lou. I need to bring back a whoever that aids our superstar. So that I'm not bringing him back just because. And I'm not overpaying for Lou, but I'm giving him a pretty good deal that's going to satisfy him. So it's like that's the way I feel about Lou. I'm not bringing him back for his skill set, because obviously you can get a backup point guard, what they desperately need to kind of fill in that void for when Trey sits out. I'm not bringing Lou back to be a superstar scorer or anything like that. Come in, get a few buckets every game, every time, every once in a while. But you got DeAndre Hunter, you got Cam, you got Herder for that. I'm not worried about scoring.
I like that.
On that note, I think we probably gonna go ahead and call it a show. We've been on about an hour and 30, and this one here is being talkative and fussy and cranky. So that is my cue to get up out of here with my niece here, because she just won't let me be great no more, because it's all about her and her attention. So I'm gonna give her that now. Enjoy and give y'all back y'all Saturday afternoons. Be safe, COVID friendly, get your shots. If you don't, if you believe in all of that, because we ready to tailgate and have some fun November 7th. So circle it on your calendar. Also come see us. Get your $5 tickets. I'll put the link in the description like I've been doing. Get your $5 tickets if they're still available. And this one is ready to go. So I'm done.
That's it, Kylie. Stop it.
Peace to the Middle East.
Come on, Miss Maggie. Close the show, woman.